Hello. I am so honored to be here. Thank you so much, Bob, for inviting me, and for all my friends who are here as well. From the I would say like the Fergie's group is also here, and some very wonderful friend poets who I hope will do some reading. So I was going to time myself, but then I realized the alarm would probably go off at an inopportune moment. But before I start, can I just say like how sexy glasses are?
Hey.
Like how sexy it is to wear glasses? Absolutely. What another layer of mystery to reveal.
The power of teaching online.
Oh yeah. Yep. Sydney knows. So the first piece that I'm going to read was published in Philadelphia Stories. It was the runner-up for the Sandy Crimmins. It is called... I was like, anytime something this I always panic if something is this close to my face. So this is called, the title is the same as the first line. The title is You Can't Say Oriental. I'm mixed Asian, just to clarify. It says in my bio, but we don't need to read that. So I'll read the title as as the first line. You can't say Oriental because it's offensive. My blue-eyed friend sneers, smiles at superiority in knowledge, fairness, and freckles. My mother says her hair is mousy. My mother is not a rug. She has used this word for 40 years, feels its reclaimed East Asian kinship. This word is hers, it is mine. She taught me to, 1, find, establish, feel one's bearings, location, way, get the lie of the land as other, as not them. Unbeing, at the lunchbox cracked open, 4th grade culture day, potluck leaves yakitori untouched. I throw it out of the Tupperware into the bushes, local wildlife doesn't discriminate, and relay its evaporation with delight. They loved it. 2, adapt, accommodate, acclimatize, attune. I learned to accommodate questions until I'm 30. I acclimatize to exotic, attune to scrutiny. I do mind you asking. I do not exist to satiate curiosity. This unease, others, you. I sniff it in like sweet gasoline. I will respond with fire like her. I am crowned with midnight river hair, so long it tucks into our jeans. We belong everywhere. 3, aim, steer, design, intend, toward, mysterious as a hand I hold to chest or ship. Adrift, I outmaneuver and drop into conversation. My auntie, the camps, Godzilla, what's of my people? Use chopsticks for popcorn, cheese crackers, anything oily. Scoff at weight control advice. They'll help you eat slower unless you've always used them. She still keeps my pink plastic baby ones with birds, little finger loops for a toddler. 4, align, place, position, set. My mother as direction. I fix my sight where the sun rises eastward. She warms me face first. Thank you. And this is from the spring issue. You can probably find this, like, wherever. It's great. It's free. As, art should be in some cases, many cases. So the next piece I'm going to read is a little bit of a pivot. It is published in the inaugural issue of Parquet Poetry. Publisher, editor-in-chief is right here. Send in your stuff, too. And this is about, so many of you know Norma Jean is Marilyn Monroe, and we had a little writer's challenge to write about the Golden Age with a couple choice words. So this is called Farewell, Norma Jean. Diamonds are a special friend to Euroboric bulimia, an appetite to be a 10, a 12, really a 2. A recipe to fit a linen suit, wiggle, it has no stretch. Carrot and chablis, liver almost raw, chew eggs in milk, Slim's silhouette, crystals glitter like dying fireflies for a final birthday wish. Sing it in netted nude, spill breast for precedent. Sex is currency. There is no blame for fucking hit streakers, Pulitzers. These men deposit your spent joints in staged discipline on deathbed. Every hand forces satin sheet puppery while you dream of kid gloves, sewing circles, lavender dawn. I wish you citrine carnelian for diamonds instead of barbiturates. I dream you queer in magenta satin folded in non-binary tuxedo bodies. A prism pantheon of pallbearers and supplicate. Silver years itch to surface. They stay silt level river, golden Hollywood, eternally 36. No hourglass ticks. That's why gentlemen prefer bombs. Thank you. I'm going to read a selection from my debut chapbook, which this mic. So from my debut chapbook, which was published by 30 West Publishing, which is such a phenomenal, loving press. I am so honored to have my debut piece out, work out by them, and submissions are almost always open for something, like please, like submit. I have like 2 of my author copies over there. I didn't know what else to bring, but those are there. So this is organized around Plato's allegory of the cave, and each section is an element of the allegory, and each allegory or each section has an epigraph from the actual allegory. I think it's like the MIT translation. I don't know. I do know it is the MIT translation because it's free and common use. So 2 epigraphs. To see fall down the column of gold into the commonest ash by Gwendolyn Brooks. And you may forget, but let me tell you this. Someone in some future time will think of us. Sappho, of course. So the first section is shadow. They only see their own shadows or the shadows of one another. And this is also the poem that's on, so the postcards up there were promo material, like feel free to take one. If there aren't enough, I have some more, but it has the cover art and a couple of stanzas from this. And you can mail them if you want. It's called A Prize for the Gladiator in the Midst of an Earthquake. Seismic moments shift the soul's tectonics. I'll never see them again like this. Regarding Heraclitus, you can't ascend the same staircase twice. But really, what does any philosopher know about love? Plated oysters are still alive, split by teeth, gnawed to pulp, or swallowed half whole like the loser's heart at the Colosseum. Even the pearl, rolled once in a palm, is never the same. Thank you. All right, the next section is cave, an echo which comes from the other side, which came from the other side. This is also actually first published in Parquet, but it's in here too. It's called The Currency of Self. You've removed every trace and even wiped the sink. I drink the last inch of water you left in the paper cup, melted ice-kissed by whiskey, hoping to find you at the bottom. Its hollow drum back on the desk sends me asunder. Distant thunder, unlike a last knock, comes like an ominous wave. When you left, a rainless storm barred its usual baptismal catharsis. Ask if I remember what I responded last night when you said, I feel like you're trying to consume me. I'm trying to find myself. I will keep you in my cells for 7 years. 3 kisses as a spell, 3 birds, they are testing pyrotechnics. There will be no other sign, no auspicious crow, words in coffee grounds, pattern of leaves, or window condensation. In 11 months, we'll return face to face after this alchemical transmutation, metamorphic, reassembling a coin into a ring. Refill the cup from the bottom up. Thank you. The next section is truth. Truth would be literally nothing but the shadows of the images and the immediate source of reason and truth. Let's see. Okay. This is called Love Downhill. It took Sisyphus more time to roll his rock than for me to lose all sense of self and look for it in you. At the top, that ancient Greek martyr and I both let go. Felt freedom in the descent. All those days of anticipation gone in one sidestep and precipitous slope. The curse is to push onwards and up, blinded by the beloved, only beholding a stony sight and unperturbed self. Eternity shrinks you to a pebble. Unwind flinty chips with every rotation. Your gravity pulling me upward toward the high of the fall. Time grinds all love to our three initials, carves these in something just as cold and immovable, and stops once and for all. It finally rests. The ascension polishes every pit to reflect your own face. I hope that this will be the last time this burden calluses your fine philosopher hands. Thank you. The next piece is called Osteoclast. I possess you in me like a calcified deity, sticking between ribs and under eyelids. Omnipresent phantom manifests as sigh after midnight, and then wakes to the throat kiss of fate. Turn back to the elevator before this terminal portrait. Is it inheritance, the ache of absence and song of longing played in veins? A chorus in capillaries strums the blood in death song. This soundtrack was mixed in cellular studio as the gods clap along, gas at the end. Free will exists. Autonomy is divine stagecraft. Review the building blocks from this. I reconstruct you in a few pictures and poems. I am ink, I am pixels, I am reborn from every fragment. You assemble word first, right here. Thank you. Okay, the next section is called Light. When they approach the light, their eyes will be dazzled, and they will not be able to see anything at all of what are now called realities. Sounds like media. Just kidding. Journalist, please. This is called, I was like, oh no! Just kidding. We love you. This is called A Gift Shop Postcard of a Swirled Night Sky. Again, it's the first line. A gift shop postcard of a swirled night sky misses the texture of fingertip, flattens knuckled valleys at pinky's swipe, at thumb's smudge. The artist uses index, middle, ring to lift cadmium yellow photospheres, cerulean borealis. I have a picture of you, still palpable as your palm in mine. Had I not been so drunk, tumbled, stretched to newness that night, I would be unweighted and waiting to still perforate the canvas of time, tiny bright punctures. Inside that room, we made all of the bodies heavenly, the day a starry night. Thank you. I tinker like a couple more. So this is called Love Song, and this is actually first published in the Giovanni's Room Anthology Queer Book, which was out last year. I think they had ideas for another one. I don't know if it's coming out. I don't know if it's still available. Maybe. Go and check it out. Go buy queer books. It's called Love Song. When I say your name, whisper precious oxygen, utter the syllables to conjure every letter in italics, leaning toward me like a summon to my blood in the Araby way, foolish and adolescent. Breath renders the sketch of your hand and the lines of your palms, each mirror Mine arteries from one heart. I wonder how often we pulse on the same rhythm. How many atoms have these bodies traded? What metaphysical building blocks have we shared to shape a soul with all perimeters porous? I welcome your crescendo into my bones. At every whisper and chord, the thread of your name is a chorus in my veins. And when we cease to exist, silence after the final neurons burst, we'll meet again in that animal hymn, the hum of the wind. All right, I'll do like a few, tiny bit more. This is from the final. Always. So this is from the final section, the death of the philosopher king, because I think what a lot of people ignore about the allegory is that at the end, like, they beat him to death. Others would say of them that they went up and down, came down without eyes, and that it was better not even to think of ascending, and if anyone tried to lose another, and lead him to the light, let them only catch the offender, and they would put him to death. And in the world of knowledge, the idea of good appears last of all, and is only seen with effort. All right. I'm going to do two more. The second to last one has three parts. Oh, wait, there's another one. It's okay. I was like, oh, there was another one that I always read. It's okay. Most of you heard it. So this is called, I don't think I ever read this one. This is called Final Triptych. Part 1, folio, but spelled F-A-U-X-L-I-O because English teacher puns, right? Yeah. Part 1, folio. What are we but a handful of initial coincidences? I am all trouble. I am still climbing over the gate. Let the golden rule followers sleep soundly instead. No late night lock picking. I am the hotel lobby waterfall, the dusty plastic birds of paradise. 2 sun-faded pool loungers left after all others are stacked for the night. The security guard, too, is complicit in our misdemeanor, as is the housekeeper who vacuums around us, lets us toss the wine bottle in an industrial trash can, and knows our paper cups are filled with something more spirited. You return to tepid safety. I continue to live from one mouthful of fire, swords, swallowing, to the next. If I was leading you out of the cave, I would turn around. Part 2, Blood Moon. I am not your green light, dock edge, midnight sadness before Manhattan. This can never happen again. This ends in a slow death for all of the small hopes along the way. This night, the moon turns inside out, re-emerges red, and we split the difference in whiskey, petals, and flint. This is the dreaming of no Danish prince, no wedged and hidden under the porch girl, sad as white floorboards whipped with cattails scored by nails. I still conjure you on nights in limbo between waking lives, and I wonder who would believe us. 3. There are no more constellations here. Sometimes I still find myself still blindly loving you as natural as blinking. I'm actually not going to read the last poem. I'm going to read a different one as soon as I find it. Okay. So this is the last one that I'll end with. It's not the last one in that chat, but you'll have to get it to find out. But seriously, like, take a postcard. Publisher info is on there. That's where you can get it if you want. No pressure. This is called "Something is Better Than Nothing" in quotes, and it's also the first line. I feel like you could echo that. Something is better than nothing applies more to modality than the body next to you. Why is there something rather than nothing? An unopened door hides both no one and someone. Schrödinger knows. Maybe in the best of all possible worlds, we just exist at the same time. This must be enough. Maybe I'll tell you in the next one. As wind through grass, bees to almond blossoms. When we're both cats, you'll know, and we'll spend all 9 in the same sunny window. Thank you.